So Sean Kitching's doing this really cool thing where he's basically documenting his entire week as a creator or YouTuber. So I wanted to do the same thing myself, and I just wanted to do it for two reasons. To document for you guys what goes on behind the scenes, and also just to mix things up a bit for me personally and just do something a bit different. So it's currently 9:38 on Monday morning. First thing I'm going to do is plan out what I'm going to do this week. I've been working on a series of videos on a slider. So I've already published one video. I've got one scheduled for later today. There's a few different ways that I organise stuff. So if I've got a product that I'm doing a series of tutorials on, then I'll actually sit down and I'll plan out each individual video, and then I'll publish those videos as separate videos. And then sometimes I'll do like a big compilation video at the end, which is basically all of those videos rendered as one video. So I like to kind of think through the different things that I want to cover in each video. So when someone watches one video, then I can put a link, end screen card to that at the end. And hopefully that will make people watch more videos, and it will provide a kind of a logical path through getting to learn a new piece of gear, or even something like DaVinci Resolve editing. I definitely do need a better system though, because I've got random notes on paper, I've got notes in Apple Notes, I've got text files on my main desktop. So I do need to come up with a better solution for keeping track of all these ideas and what status they're at. And I've seen loads of people do loads of different things. So I need a way of capturing stuff and then evaluating stuff and then actually doing the scripting or the video idea and fleshing it out once I've chosen an idea. I've got a few ideas for that, but I haven't done it as yet. So that's on me, I guess. Just working on those ideas for the slider video. And I've got one video that's already done, which is about setting up the slider and using it. And the second video that's going in tonight is about how to control it from the app. And the third video is going to be about how to use a DJI gimbal and then enable full rotation and tracking using the slider. So that's the next video, but I also want to think further ahead. So I'm not sure how we're going to organize the rest of the videos yet. One of the things that I like to do when trying to work out what things might be useful in terms of teaching people how to use a specific bit of kit is to open up a private window and then just have a look at the existing videos and get an idea of some of the things that I want to do. So this is one of the videos that I've got planned next, which is how to use the slider with a Ronin gimbal. And then I just scroll through and I try and get ideas about specific topics for shorter videos that I can then use in a longer compilation at the end. And straight away I've seen a really cool thing that I didn't actually know about, and that's that there's apparently an Osmo Pocket 3 adapter for this slider, which looks like it was announced at NAB 2025. So I'm definitely going to get myself one of those, because that is what I'm filming on right now, the Osmo Pocket 3. One of the things I really need to get better at is not having this sense of rushing or that there's not enough time. And I find it really difficult to sit down and think about the videos I want to make, and also think about scripting them out, whether it's a full script or bullet points. I just feel like I need to get on with making the video, and that's actually a bad thing, because it's easy to make videos that probably aren't worth making in terms of if they offer value or if anyone's going to watch them. And it makes the process more stressful than it needs to be. And there's a pressure to, at least for me, there's a pressure to go and press record and just get on with it. But it's okay to do a bit of planning and a bit of preparation, and to give my mind that ability or that space to dream or get creative. Or also, when it comes to ideas, there's another super cool tool that you can use on YouTube. So log into your YouTube channel dashboard and then head over to content, and then just click on the inspiration tab. And this helps you with video ideas basically, and it gives you another source of things that you might want to make. So what I can do is type in this topic for this slider, which is the iFootage Shark Nano, click create, and then it's going to come up with some ideas that are possibly interesting to some people. And you can see how there's this time-lapse video. This is low interest. Smooth motion hacks, medium interest. So it's another way really to gauge what kind of videos might be worth making when it comes to this slider. And unfortunately, all of these ideas are low interest, and there's just one medium interest idea. So 10 past 10 in the morning. I've been at this for about 45 minutes, an hour maybe, something like that. And I think I know the rough plan of the videos I want to make for this slider now. So it's time to start digging into the next video I want to make. And I'm not sure if I'm going to script this completely. I don't often script things word for word now, but what I quite often do is script out that first bit, that introduction to the video, just so I can get it clear in my mind about what I'm going to cover in the video, but also just get that, the hook, or get people involved early on and make it clear what the video is going to be about. The interesting thing is that I never thought I would be using ChatGPT for these video ideas, and I don't use it to tell me what to do, but I do use it as, I kind of imagine that it's just someone I'm talking to, and I get it to evaluate what I'm thinking in terms of the structure for a video. So I'm just going to go and start a new chat, and I just type in what I'm trying to accomplish, and straight away it's starting to give me some ideas about what direction I want to take that video in. So it's asking me whether I want to make more of a tutorial style video or more of a showcase with some quick how-to tips mixed in. So straight off the bat, it's helping me to think about the direction that I want to take. And I kind of think of it like if I had a friend who was also a creator sitting next to me, how would I talk to them to help them give me better ideas? As a solo creator that spends a whole day in my studio on my own, it's nice, but I hope I don't get too friendly with it, because it is just a machine. Or is it? So this is the slider that I'm making these videos on, and I've already got this whole setup. Got the camera on a tripod, got the key light, got everything where I need, so I can just do a little tiny bit of tidying up because the place is a mess. And once I've turned everything on, I can just hit record on the camera and then go. So that is awesome because it saves so much time on setup. I'm going to be using my old RS2 for this video, and I got the RS4 Mini down here, but unfortunately that is not supported for 4-axis control, but the RS2 and the non-mini versions of the RS4 are supported. So I need to go and get this thing charged up because it hasn't been used for a while. The place to be. This could take a while to charge because it's going to be completely dead. Sometimes things just take so much longer than you thought when you're trying to make a video. Things just get out of hand. So I feel like time is really slipping away. What is the time right now? It is 11:56. So I need some lunch in a minute as well. And I've only just got this stuff set up. I had to work out the best way of showing how this is going to work, and also needed to find a good subject that I'm going to show off this tracking. So just took a bit longer, and even though it's part of the process, I really have to make peace with the fact that I'm never going to get as many videos done as I want, and sometimes things just take longer because I need to stop stressing as much and enjoy the process. Right, I'm going to get some lunch and I'm going to get this video filmed so I can start planning the next one. It is Tuesday morning and it's about 5 to 9 and I have no idea what I'm doing today. So I don't have any ideas that I've scripted out or fleshed out. And yeah, that's not a very good start to the morning. I do want to start getting out of the studio more because I'm kind of finding that I'm spending a lot of time in here talking to ChatGPT. Well, maybe not talking to ChatGPT, but it's nice to get outside for mental health reasons. And also just because it changes things up, keeps things interesting. I just want to do it. So I need to start working on some ideas that are going to let me film outside, or things that need to be filmed outside, like how to use a gimbal or how to film yourself, that kind of stuff. Another thing that I've literally signed up for yesterday is, up until this point, I've made over 500 YouTube videos between this channel and my landscape photography channel, and every single video so far I've edited myself, and it's a big part of the amount of time it takes to make a video. So I'm a bit nervous about this, but I've signed up for a subscription service, which provides video editing services. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet, because it's kind of like losing control a bit. And even though I can upload edit notes, it's two things really. One is it's that giving away creative control, and it's also, I suppose, the paying of the money for it. And it's going to cost me about 2/3 of what I make in AdSense revenue each month to have this editing service. So it's quite a big amount, but it is a monthly service that you can cancel at any time. So I think I'm going to try it for 2 or 3 months and see if it enables me to produce more videos, publish more videos, and see if that helps increase the income from the channel and the growth of the channel. Yeah, it's a bit scary, and I haven't actually uploaded a video yet. I'm currently syncing some videos to Dropbox, which is taking a bit of time because I've got a pretty slow connection. And then I'll report back at a future date on how it's going and whether I'm still using it. Really need to start work on an idea because I really want to try and get outside today if I can. Well, it's just turned 11 o'clock, and the plans I had for this morning have kind of gone out of the window a little bit. So one of the things I've been working on is trying to set up the studio a bit better, and one of the things I really needed to get is a new video-centric tripod with a fluid head. So basically went down the Amazon review rabbit hole, and it took me a bit longer than I thought it was, and just ended up ordering a kit which came with a fluid head. Anyway, that means that so far this morning I've done some shopping, and actually I did do a cool thing. I've uploaded my first 2 videos to that video editing service I mentioned earlier, so that's technically work. So I'm going to be super interested to see how that actually works and whether it's going to save me time. Right, time to get a coffee, and then I really need to work on my next video idea because I have nothing written or scripted or planned or outlined, which is not very useful. Rocking the ChatGPT again. It's so helpful just to explore different ways of thinking. I'm trying to plan a video on the DJI RS4 Mini gimbal, and I've done a few videos already, but they're more like technical videos, and they're like setup videos, educational tutorial style videos. But I want to make a video that kind of shows more creative uses of it when you're outside, and I'm just trying to decide between how to position that video, or how to really drill in and make that video really impactful. And basically ChatGPT is really helping to give me some ideas, but I'm also listening to some building work being done, which is really annoying. It's just ChatGPT is just really good because you can really explore different things. I don't really want AI to tell me what to make and what to do, but I want it to use it to trigger my brain into thinking of different ways to do it. So this video that I want to make for the RS4 Mini, I've got the option of doing it with just creative shots, but what I'm exploring with ChatGPT is whether I should mix in technical tips or just keep it more of the creative shot side of things. And yeah, it's really great to drill down into that idea, and I'm hoping that over time it's going to help me think better, so I don't even have to use ChatGPT, and it's just going to effectively program my brain, HI, human intelligence. I'm trying to use AI to program my HI so that I don't need AI. This is all getting random now. Okay, back to it. Yay, outside. It's about 2:55 in the afternoon, and I've come out, found a little spot to film this gimbal video. Spent all morning, after I'd wasted some time on Amazon, spent all morning scripting out with the help of GPT, and we are gonna get into it right now. Well, it seems that I might have messed up. So I had this printout of everything that I wanted to do, and it's like an outline, not quite a full script, and I seem to have not brought it with me, and I did upload a digital copy to my cloud, and unfortunately there's no reception here. So that was pretty stupid. These are the things that happen sometimes. So I'm going to go and wave my phone around for a bit in the air, see if I can get a signal to actually download the script. Sometimes it's tricky to keep motivation and energy high when things like this happen. I am in a beautiful little place, no one around. Peaceful as, there's not too much wind, but I don't have anything to film. Well, unfortunately, can't get a signal, can't remember exactly what was in the point, and I actually spent quite a lot of time on the video script and the video outline, especially the hook, and I really tried to nail it down, and that's the whole point of me trying out this editing service, is so I can actually spend more time on that kind of stuff. So I could possibly remember most of them, but because I spent all that time working on it, I kind of feel like I actually don't want to record it just straight off the cuff, because I took all that time to craft it. And I thought about, trying to make a different YouTube video and come up with something. I've got a few listicle style videos that I could make, but because I'm quite far away from home, I also don't have time to go back and download the script to my phone or get the printout or whatever. So it's a bit frustrating, and sometimes I think you've just got to give up. Not forever, but you've got to say, if I keep pushing forwards, will the end video actually be any good? Because I'll probably be frustrated, I'll be tired, and that's going to come across on camera. And I really want to try and elevate my videos while I'm using this editing service and really put all my energy into the delivery of the video and the planning. And I feel like that's not going to happen today, which is a real shame, because it's perfect filming weather. There's no wind, it's not too hot. Autumn in Western Australia is pretty beautiful time. So I lied. Can't resist trying to at least make something out of this trip that I've made all the way out here to film. I just can't let it go. So I have a few little scripts that are more bullet points in Apple Notes. I'm going to fire one of those up, all about how to make money with YouTube, and I'm just going to film it, and then I'm going to get it edited. Okay. So quick video smashed out there, took about 20-25 minutes to record, just from loads of bullet points. Hopefully it'll come together and edit together okay. I wasn't feeling super energetic about it, but I tried to change up the angles a bit. Now it's time to pack up, try and get home before it gets dark, see what tomorrow brings. Kind of feel like it's the end of Tuesday. Kookaburras. I kind of feel like it's the end of Tuesday by the time I get home, and I haven't actually really accomplished anything this week. I haven't got a single video that's ready to be published yet, and I had a scheduled video be published last night, Monday night, but I've got nothing else ready, nothing else scheduled. So I'm going to have to hope that this editing service can turn a few things around, or I might just have to go and edit the video I just filmed myself just so I can publish something else this week. But I still haven't made the video that I planned to make today, so I'm feeling frustrated and a bit annoyed at myself for forgetting what I needed. Anyway. Well, good morning, Wednesday morning. It's already 10 to 10 in the morning and I haven't done anything yet. I had a small admin task to do, which I had to go to the post office for, and it ended up just being ridiculous. And by the time I got coffee and got back to the studio, it's 10 to 10 and I'm feeling very unproductive and very frustrated. So far this week, recorded one video on the slider on Monday and have been uploading that to this editing service. Had 2 videos that I'd already made last week, which I've got ready to upload to the editing service. I was supposed to film a video yesterday, forgot the script, but filmed another one anyway. So that's 4 videos now I've got that are waiting to be edited. I still have nothing that is able to be published today. And I still want to get back and film that video on the Ronin gimbal, which I forgot the script for yesterday. So I'm just checking an email to see if I've got anything back from this editing service, and I haven't. However, they did send me an email saying that because this is the first time I'm working with them, or we're working together, that the first video they like to spend a bit more time, get to know me, get to know the style that my overall general style or lack thereof. So I'm just, giving them a bit of leeway. It's just I've got all these videos backing up now that need editing, and I've deliberately not been editing them because I want to use this service to free up my time to make videos, but I don't have anything that's ready to go. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to get out this afternoon when the sun's a bit lower in the sky and the UV levels are a bit lower. Try and film that video again and then maybe spend today editing, which is a bit frustrating, but I'm sure this will all come good. I'm not going to mention who I'm using at the minute because I don't want to throw them under the bus, and I'm pretty sure it's a creator that I really like. It's his new business or new project, so pretty sure I have faith in him and I really like his stuff. I've never met him, like to one day. I'll talk about this editing service in a future video once I've had a chance to go through it, and also a chance to think about how I feel about other people editing my videos. And there is one thing that is a definite: whenever you expand your team, which is more than one person yourself, there's always going to be some overhead on administration, communication, and all that kind of stuff. So you always have to just ask yourself whether adding more people outside of yourself to do YouTube, do video editing or whatever, whether it's actually overall works out not only for the cost that you're actually paying for it, but the cost that you're paying in your own time to do all the organization and the communication. And the more people there are, the more that can get confusing. So I'm going to get to work, finish my coffee, and just try and bring my frustration levels down and just get to work. Right, bye. So I decided to just get on with the edit because I just need to get something out this week and I don't know what's happening with the other stuff. So I'm just going to take control of what I can control in this instance. And one thing that I highly recommend you learn, whatever video editing software you're using, is to learn how to use whatever multicam features it is. So the video I'm editing has a few different camera angles. We've got the main A camera. I've got the camera that was on the gimbal so I can show what's being filmed on the gimbal, and then I've got a Pocket 3 to edit, which is also going to be a separate camera angle, which is like a roving B camera. So trying to do all that in a normal timeline is really annoying. With a multicam clip, you can just create a multicam clip and then sync all of those video files up and then just choose one audio file to use, which is going to be the internal audio from the DJI mic that I was wearing. It just makes it so much easier. So yeah, quick tip: if you want to make your life easier when you're recording multiple cameras at the same time, make sure you learn multicam. And I've got loads of multicam tutorials for DaVinci Resolve on this channel. Have to say, I have got so much faster editing with DaVinci Resolve over the last few years, just using things like multicam, shortcuts, anything like that. I feel like I've got a really fast workflow now. So it took me, about an hour maybe to do the rough cut for the multicam setup and multicam edit, and I'm probably just going to have a short break, come back to it, tighten up the cuts a little bit, add a little bit of text, and then I need to possibly add some music, some sound effects maybe. This is more of a tutorial video, so I don't need to go over the top with the embellishments of the edit. Just check the audio is fine. But another thing I've done which really speeds up my editing process is to set up presets for some of the audio, for the color grades and things like that. So it's probably only going to take me maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 more hour maximum to get this edit trimmed up and everything applied, ready for export. So that's pretty good, looking at about 2.5 hours, and it's a 9-minute and 44-second video. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to have a little break, then I'm going to get back into it, and I'm pretty confident I can get this finished, but I also want to head out in about 3 hours to go and try and make that video, or film that video that I failed at yesterday. So it's going to be a pretty busy day today. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this finalised in terms of thumbnails, titles, and actually get it uploaded to YouTube. We'll see how we get on. I want to make the best of any nice weather we're going to get in autumn to get outside and film. So I might have to finish this edit tomorrow. I just don't know at the minute. All right, break time. Right, we are back. Hopefully we can get this video done today. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Managed to get a pretty good editing session this morning. Managed to get that video completely edited and uploaded to YouTube, but haven't had time, didn't have time to do the thumbnails and the titles and all that kind of stuff, so still haven't actually got a video scheduled. So plan is to get this video recorded and then get back, finish the thumbnail maybe tonight or tomorrow, get that video published, and then start editing this video or pass it on to the editors. Okay, let's get this done. Just gonna practice some lines. If you're a solo shooter, you already know the grind. You're the camera operator, the subject, and the director. And without anyone to help you, getting creative results can feel frustrating and slow. Right, so I come back. I have basically scripted out the start of this video, the intro or the hook, and then the rest of it is just bullet points. So let's go get that done. It is 7:15 at night. What day is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. So had a okay filming session this afternoon. Now the problem is, because I don't earn a full-time living, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube, it means I have to fit it in around other things, including family and other obligations and all that kind of stuff. So I was a bit annoyed in a way, because I was filming in the early afternoon and it was really bright and harsh, and I was hiding in the shade of the car. And just as I was leaving, I got that beautiful golden hour light started to come in. I was like, I should be filming now, but couldn't make that work. Hopefully, obviously at some point, if I'm able to make enough money on YouTube to pay the bills, look after the family, save a bit on the side, all that kind of stuff, then obviously I'll be a bit better. I'm just sitting here stroking this thing like this, like a Bond villain. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Why not? Yeah, so if I can get to a point where I've got to stop, that's weird. If I can get to a point where I can actually make a full-time living doing this, then that will open up opportunities for getting more time to film when I would prefer to film, other than it being a second priority, not priority, but a secondary thing that I have to fit in. Anyway, I'm going to go and offload the footage to my computer from this afternoon's shoot, and then possibly call it a night. And if that's the case, I will see you tomorrow morning, which will be Thursday. Good night. Thursday morning, 9:26 a.m. Of course, it's morning. I've got a few things I really need to get done today. First priority is to email the video editing agency because I haven't heard back from them. So I just want to double check that I haven't made a mistake and they're not waiting on anything from me. Number two, the video that I uploaded yesterday and edited still needs the thumbnails and the title and the description, all that stuff. That's my second priority because I need to get at least one more video out this week, or I feel like I need to. And then priority 3 is probably going to be editing the video I shot yesterday afternoon, so at least I can get another one in the bag scheduled for later this week or next week. And then hopefully those other 3 videos will be edited by the agency, which will free up my time to record more videos, possibly tomorrow. All right, better get on with it. I've got my Jocko Go energy drink. This is the watermelon flavour. It's all right. And unfortunately, I accidentally got a few cases delivered and they're all basically expiring this month. So I have a whole 3 cases of energy drinks to drink, which may or may not help the situation. And yes, I did manage to sneak in a cheeky little haircut first thing this morning before starting work. Working on some thumbnails for that video that I edited yesterday. Thumbnails, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship, more hate than love. I like it because I can just put some music on and get into it. And when you're editing videos, you don't really get to listen to music that you're not going to have in your video. But I'm just not very good at it yet. But I have learned loads about Photoshop. So I'm just about to fire up Photoshop, and I've been using ChatGPT a little bit just to give me some ideas and really trying to drill into the thumbnail text that I want to put on, which is going to speak to the person that would benefit from watching the video. So I'm going to fire up Photoshop and see what we can do. So I'm going to start off with a few screen grabs from the video and just going to try and find one that highlights the 4-axis control that the video is about. I think I like this one because it highlights the thing and the vibe of a creator. So first thing I need to do is crop it in. In fact, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit Control T, unlock that layer, hit Control T, go away. And then that means rather than cropping it, I can just expand it and then I'm not actually losing anything. Make sure I want to get, obviously, the slider and the gimbal in because that's what the video is all about. About an hour and a half of thumbnail work and more caffeine, and it's time to publish this. Normally I schedule my videos to go live overnight so they hit where most of my audience watches from, but I feel like switching things up, so let's go and watch the views roll in. Or not, as the case may be. These videos I'm doing on these sliders, I don't think there's a massive amount of demand, but I wanted to get this slider because I want to step up my B-roll when I'm talking about products or doing reviews on products. So it's scratching my own itch. So I thought I might as well make videos on it. And I'm going to use it a bit more. And then I want to make a full review video. I don't really like doing review videos. I don't really make review videos, if I'm honest, but I do want to start making more review videos, but only after I've used the product. And I definitely will never, ever do a paid review because I just don't think that that's a genuine thing. I'm happy to take products from brands and review them, but I'll only do so if they understand up front that there's going to be my opinions, and as long as they understand that they don't get to see the video. Obviously, if I'm ever going to be able to do sponsored videos in the future, then that's a different thing because a sponsored video, obviously you disclose that anyway, but also a sponsored video is more about showcasing the product and showing what it can do in the real world. So I'm happy to do sponsored videos, maybe, if brands ever reach out to me or if I ever think it's time to reach out to brands. But yeah, no sponsored paid reviews on this channel. Ever. And there we go. One view while I was just talking to you about paid reviews. So that's nice. And that's come from a notification. All right. What's next? What's next? A little bit early for lunch. It's 7 minutes past 11. So I think I'm just going to make a start on putting together the rough edit for the video I shot yesterday outside, and then once I've imported the footage and just got everything organized, then I'll probably have some lunch and then come back to the edit fresh after lunch and see if I can get that edit finished by the end of today. That will leave tomorrow, which is Friday, and hopefully I'll get some of those videos back from the video editing company, which I can then just do the thumbnails and schedule in. And tomorrow, don't have anything planned for filming. I think I might just try and get caught up with everything from this week and also do some planning for next week. So next Monday I can hit the ground running, hit record and just get on with stuff. DaVinci Resolve. Man, time flies when you're having fun. I've just powered through that edit. It's 3:02 in the afternoon. Just put it onto the upload. I'm tired. Just started uploading it to YouTube. And now it's the thumbnail, title, and description. Might have a quick break first. I'm feeling productive today. Feeling a lot more productive and less frustrated than I was yesterday. And it's quite funny how it kind of comes in waves. I always feel better if I finished a video and uploaded it. That's what having something done actually means on YouTube, is it's ready to be published, it's uploaded. So all good. Video is uploaded. Thumbnails are done. Title's done. Description's done. Scheduled for next Monday. Feel like I've had a super productive day today. It's still only 1 minute past 4. So I actually have no idea what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. But I suppose that makes it kind of fun, or does that make me disorganized and having no plan? Maybe I should spend more time planning 1 or 2 weeks in advance. I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Well, good morning. Friday morning, that is. 9:10. Man, I'm going to need extra caffeine today. Had a couple of glasses of wine and some pizza last night. I'm feeling a little bit trash this morning. It's my own fault. So Fridays is actually a bit of a frustrating day for me because I've got other commitments, which means I typically don't get a full day or anywhere near like a full day to do stuff. So I am going to try and make a very quick video on the Insta360 X5. I'm going to try and quickly script, record a super quick edit. It's only going to be a very short video, so we should be able to make that happen. And then that's probably going to be about it for today. I forgot to email that editing agency yesterday. It's my own fault, but I did double check what their turnaround times were, and they say 3 to 5 days, and really it's only been 3 days. But it's a bit tricky because we've got the Western Australian time zone, Perth time zone. But of course, the editors could be working around the world, so it all depends on what time zones the actual editors that work for the agency are in. So I'm not super concerned yet, and I'm just still going to give the whole agency thing a try. Right, going to get into some scripting, going to stay hydrated and caffeinated, and we'll try and get this video done in what will probably be about 3, maybe 4 hours with everything and published. Right, let's go. Not a great start. Just spilt water all over my desks. Luckily, this keyboard is waterproof. And for no apparent reason, my computer is completely locked up with no warnings, and I can't literally do anything with it, so I've got to power the whole thing down. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those days. Right, I got to get myself and this cleaned up. And there we go. So that is very fun. I haven't had Windows do this to me in over 2 years. And of course it has to happen on a day when I have the least amount of time to mess around with this kind of stuff. So computer's restarting, and hopefully it's gonna not give me too many dramas. All right, we are back in action. I have no idea what caused that. I'm still wet. Keep going and hope it doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, then I'm going to have to do all the usual stuff to check all the files are okay on Windows. I was just in the middle of starting the script for this video, so let's try again. But first you don't succeed and all that. Script is done. Just going to go turn off all the speakers so there's not any hum. Obviously memory card would be quite useful. And I'm going to go set up the lights and get this thing recorded pretty quickly. Yes, I am old school and I have printed out the script on paper just because I find that a bit less technically challenging, especially if I'm using the phone for controlling lights and stuff. Okay, what's next? So I'm going to be using this light just reflecting off this white as a bit of bounce fill for where I'm going to be standing there. Is that everything? Nope, need some audio. Okay, I'm going to get a better tripod, an actual video tripod, because just touching this thing a little bit, it knocks all of the framing out of shot. Anyway, that'll do for now. Autofocus on. Because I can't be bothered to spend the time setting up the DJI mic receiver on that camera, just going to use the DJI Mic 1, this is, yep. I'm just going to record internally on this and just sync it in post. It'll take 2 seconds to do in DaVinci Resolve, as long as I remember to do a clap sync, of course. Okay, that's good enough. A camera rolling, BTS camera rolling, microphone on and recording, clap sync. Water, come on Pocket 3. Right, change of plan for this BTS camera. We're going to go for tripod. So you just got your Insta360 X5 and now you need to get a memory card for it. The first important thing to think about is that durability. The first important thing that you want to think about is that durability matters. Good. The official Insta360 X5 recommended cards list will be in the description, as well as links to the cards I've mentioned. Okay, that's a wrap. Hopefully I press record on this camera. Time to get that edited and uploaded. Just copying that footage to the computer so I can edit it. If you're still watching, by the way, then you are an absolute legend. So comment legend down in the comments so that I know that you're still around. When I'm doing these super quick, super simple edits, I don't even bother organizing my footage. I don't really spend any time because I know I'm probably never ever going to come back to this project. So everyone says, oh, you should organize your footage when you're editing. You should do this, do that, have templates, have 1,000 different folders and bins. Just use whatever you need to do for that specific project, and don't be dogmatic about it because it can slow you down. Just know what you need and then use it. To make this even quicker to edit, I'm going to use DaVinci Resolve's transcription service, and basically this means that I can edit it using text and not visuals, and it's pretty quick. It saves much more time in the edit, even just waiting a few seconds for this transcription to happen. If you haven't used transcript or text-based editing in whatever editor you're using, then you should definitely give it a try, because I just whipped through that super quick. Now I have to obviously do a bit of a fine tune to those cuts. I have to record a little bit of screen capture stuff to use as B-roll on the top. I apply my presets for the color grade and the audio, and then it will be done. And this video actually is not going to be scheduled, and it's actually not going to be published to subscribers because it's more of a video that is going to be informational, and it's one of those videos that is probably not going to be applicable to very many, if any, of my subscribers, but it's one of those videos that kind of sits on the outside and hopefully draws people in and makes them aware of my channel, and if they like it they can subscribe and grow the subscriber base of the channel that way. And just like that, it's thumbnail, description, title time again. So this is a super quick edit, didn't spend a lot of time finessing it, but it's uploading as we speak, so I feel like I've been fairly productive today. Just waiting for those subtitles and the AI generated voiceover subtitle stuff to generate, and then I'm going to hit publish. Just want to make sure that it's got its best chance to launch. I'm not sure that I have much energy left to do anything, so I thought it would be pretty cool to finish off this video with a bit of a review on this week. And yes, I am lounging back in my chair. So this week I published one video and scheduled one video for next Monday, and then I'm just about to publish this video. So really this week I only published 2 videos, which I don't feel like is good enough, even though I feel like this week has been so busy, as in I've not really wasted any time, maybe a bit of time on ordering a tripod, but I've not really not worked. I haven't been spending half the day playing Xbox or, anything like that. So I always have this feeling that I should be doing more. I don't know why. Anyway, if you like this style of video, then it's probably going to end up being quite a long video because I've recorded for 5 days. Just let me know in the comments, and hopefully you found this interesting, a bit of a behind the scenes on what my week looked like this week. And of course, feel free to subscribe, that would be appreciated. Just hit 25,000 subscribers, so that's not too bad. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.